share, and it's 5 to 7 minutes. A few months ago, earlier in this year, I stood up here and I told you about my vision for my HPL, my High Performance Leadership project. What my intention was to guide Samsung ECA Toastmasters through their very first contest season. Samsung ECA was a brand new Toastmasters club and I was their mentor. And they hadn't done a contest yet. So I thought, oh, this is brilliant. I can help them do this. They're going to have a successful set. Oh, awesome. I had a vision. And then there was reality. As some of you know who are familiar with contest season, there's always 2 contests. The last season, it was evaluator and international speech. The evaluator contest we were able to do. We got that done. There were a few little kinks here. My co-chair for that contest had his own ideas about how it should be done, and he kind of ran with it. But it was successful. We got a winner, and the winner went on to the area contest. The international contest didn't happen. They were a brand new club. It was a company club, so they were very, very busy. And no one wanted to do a speech. We could not get anyone to speak. We could not get anyone to co-chair the event. And then they couldn't get the contest to happen before the area contest, so that contest just died. So first off, we separated it into 2 contests. We were going to have one contest at one time and one at another because it's during their lunch hour and it had to be done in an hour. So the first contest got done, second contest didn't. So, was I successful in getting their first contest season? I'd say for the most part, yes, because the contest they did hold was successful. People were engaged. They kind of got the flow of it. They understood how a contest worked. The person who won actually went on to the area contest, and I heard back from him that he really enjoyed the experience. So yes, that was successful. One of the important things of doing a high-performance leadership project is understanding leadership, how I am as a leader and how I can grow as a leader. So there's a certain process that this project leads you through. The one that gave me new insights was this process where at the beginning of the high-performance leadership project, you do this self-assessment. How do I feel I do in these various areas of leadership? And I scored myself, and I put a little chart with a little circle, and it's really cool. And then about 2/3 of the way into the project, you do it again. So I did it again, and my scores dropped in every single one except for one. And I sat there and I looked and I went, oh, I suck. I was really, really feeling bad about myself. I'm like, oh God, I really suck as a leader. How am I going to do this? I'm just really feeling bad about myself. But there's something magical about the way the universe works and the way Toastmasters work. The day I took that assessment happened to be the same day that I heard one of the past international speaking champions speak. He's a young man. I think he won it about 2-3 years ago. He's actually now on the cover of the speech contest manual for this year. Mm-hmm. And his speech was how the word fail is an acronym. It's an acronym for failure always inspires leaders. And made me realize that when things don't go the way I envision them, that can be seen as a failure, and I can take it and use it to beat myself up. Or I can take it as a learning experience, a growth experience, something to pull me forward to do better in the future. So that's what I decided to do. Another thing I learned was that I'm a heck of a lot harder on myself than other people are. I may have seen that I reduced score and everything, but that didn't mean that my guidance committee did. So, lesson number 1, take failure and use it as a spur to do better. 2, realize that you are always your own worst critic. Another thing that I learned was, it was like wrangling cats working with these people. I had the interesting challenge that this was a company club. It was very close, and I was not only not a member, but I'm not an employee either. So I felt I needed to be gentle and not step on anybody's toes. What that ended up translating is that I didn't step into my leadership role the way I really should have. I wasn't as assertive as I should have been. So I've learned a little bit that sometimes it's okay to be a little bit more what I see as aggressive and just be more assertive when I'm in a leadership role. And then there's communication styles. There's my communication style, which tends to be a little bit more free flow, very casual, and then there's the corporate communication style, which is not that. And trying to bridge that difference so that I communicate in a way that I'm heard and understood and respected was something I had to learn. So again, to sum it all up, I guided this club to create a contest. It was, for the most part, successful, and I learned 3 major things. Failure inspires leaders. Use failures to spur yourself on to self-growth. I forgot what I just said. Let's play that. Play that back. So use failure to inspire. Step up to the plate more, and don't beat yourself up. Madam Toastmaster.